Hey everyone, Lauren here from Color to Kitty and Stampin' Up and all that. Alright, we've got a jam-packed night ahead of us. Hey everyone. Hi, hi, hi. And we have Buddy, the miniature golden doodle, nearby, chewing on my sweater that I'll be wearing for the pup walk. So to start, I have an unboxing to do. So here is the box that came today. And I was going to grab my box cutter knifey thing and give this a cutsy cuts. And let's see what the kitty got. Which I know it's in the box. And I'm actually opening it for the first time, which is always fun. I always get excited on, hey, am I going to win the Stampin' Up! Lottery? Which is, you know, receiving a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm just going to turn this the other way because I just realized I flashed the screen, the mini screen, my address. Alright, so first things first, bubble wrap. And I don't know if you can see him. Hey, do it again, Boo. Come on. He's decided he wants to say hi. Little buddy. However, he ain't getting up right now. So oh, you can see him now in the corner, tugging on me. He's like, Mommy's got more cardboard. Yes, I do. So I splurged a little bit on a couple of things. I did pick up for me, because I thought it's actually a really good idea, is a Stampin' Up! Apron for doing in-person events. So I thought that was a cool idea. And then, because they had a sale on demonstrator-only items, so that worked out well. And then this is a purse from, and it's got Stampin' Up! On it, from last year's On Stage. So that's cool. We'll open that up in a short. And then, a couple other items. So this is demonstrator-only reference guide, which I thought that's actually a pretty cool thing. It's actually bigger than I thought. I thought it'd be smaller. But it's a demonstrator only. So this is a combination of demonstrator only and I'm just going to move the box now out of the way so the puppy can destroy it, because he will. I picked up some holiday paper. So we have here Traditions of St. Nick. Beautiful, beautiful paper. We also have silver and gold adhesive backed glitter paper. Look at the glitter. I also picked up Shining Christmas 12 by 12 specialty designer paper, and this has a, can't tell in the packaging, but it's got a shine to it as well for some of it. So that's nice, more Christmas paper. Like, I need more Christmas paper. And then Delightfully Floral. I figure this is pretty. I'm like, hey, splurge, get some pretty paper. And lastly is Tartan Foil, which again, specialty paper. So this we'll look at another date and time. I'm just gonna do a quick stick this somewheres as I'm listening to the puppy decide chew 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 sessions. So un moment. Hope I don't bounce my sound. There we go. Okay. That's that. I'm just going to toss the apron aside. I'm going to toss the ready reference aside. I'm watching my puppy destroy the room. And then I want to do a quick peek at this purse. I really do. Because I've seen it, and it's really nice. Once I find a way to stab right into it. And then we'll get to what tonight is actually really about. It was just, this came today. I'm like, sweet, my order came today. Because I've been heavily stocking up on holy fudging Christmas paper. So I'm like, I got big plans for this Christmas. So I think those will do very well. And those Christmas papers that I showed tonight are online exclusives. They're not in any catalog, but they're really cool. So here is a really nice Stampin' Up! Purse. It's actually quite small but nice. And then there's a little zipper on the inside for like a little pocket. Actually, decent sized pocket in there. And then the back, I believe, has the strap. Ta-da! That is actually, I'm not much for the green, but it is a really nice purse. Let's get a shine on it. There. Let me hold it up. Now you can really see the green on the other camera. So yeah, I figured, hey, why not get myself my own Stampin' Up! Purse. Alright, now let's get to the Halloween. Halloween. So I also want to show for a quick moment is, I don't know if I'm going to use it tonight, but I've got this Magic in the Night Designer Series paper from a few years back. And I've been crafting with it, as you can see some pieces. Oh, it occurred to me, I will need some tools once we get going here, because I forgot. Like, I know the project for tonight, but I forgot what the project is. So here's some really cool throwback paper that I'm planning to use this season. And I've used it a little bit. Actually, the inspiration for tonight's project, I used this paper to kind of get the concept going. But I am going to branch off and use the new paper. Oh, my puppy's all puppied out, playing with cardboard. Alright, so then the current paper is this, Them Bones. And I've crafted a little bit with it. And depending on timing and how I'm feeling, I might show you what I crafted with this paper already, because there's a special team challenge we got going on. So this sheet I've already kind of cut up, as you can see. But let's have a look at Them Bones for all you Halloween fans. Boo and Eek. We got the cute skeletons. Then we got the houndstooth thingy going on. More skeletons. So essentially you get 2 sheets in this pack of what you need. And there's the tombstones. Hint, hint. I'm thinking of using tombstones tonight. So we'll get to that in a bit. And oh, nice plaid like this going on. I actually really like it. More skeleton friends. Then a whole bunch of bones. Gray bones, which looks really cool. And then we got this really neat scene here that I'm loving, which might be the inspiration for tonight. More houndstooth, but with like a bat type of look to it. And then we got this nice blue. And then we got that. And then there we go. Okay. So that's the paper, which I'm just gonna, for the moment, slide it away as I work out the project for tonight. And I realize I'll need my die cut emboss die cut machine, emboss machine. My terminology's out the window. Alright, but first things first, I'm gonna grab some white paper. This is just other white paper, in case you're mildly curious. Oh, what's this white paper? Not anything relevant. Alright, so then I'm just gonna pull the card inspo, put it off to the side. So I want to see it, because I love it. But I can't, I'm not showing you yet. Alright, but I'm using this paper, which is because the original version I used the Magic in the Night. That way you'll see at the end the comparison. This paper, we got 4 coordinating colors: black, basic black, Cajun craze, pumpkin pie, and starry sky. Which we'll get to. I'm going to do regular card base size, so I'm just going to pull out my trimmer and get some cutting going. 8.5 by 5.5 gets me my card base. There we go. I'm just going to put these pieces off to the side. We'll need one of them later. And then we'll need another piece of white later. But that's later is later is later. Alright, I'm just going to fold this guy in half to kind of get started here. I'm going to grab my bone folder, and I'm sure my poodle, Doodle, is being quite a doodle. Hey, Doodle! He's such a cutie. Alright, so that's folded. I love the other one I did. It's different, but I love it. Alright, we're going to dive back into this Designer Series paper again. So I'm leaning towards landscape. Oh, that will do for tonight. But yeah, I'm okay. That will do. Ooh, I love it. I love it. Love it. Okay. But let me cut that piece. And yes, my blades are fraying, so I'll have to change out the blades at some point. All right, so let me get this cut. So if you understand my card base sizes, we got, so when it's folded, it's 5.5 by 4.25. So in this case, I want 5.25 for that piece, so that way I can keep that for future. And then 4 inches for that. So I'm just going to take off a little bit off the bottom. There we go. And I've got an extra piece for an unknown future project or whichever's. So lots of fun. All right. So let me check my size. Although, oh, the original one I did 1/8. I just realized that now. Oh, that's okay. But that still looks really cool. I mean, look at that. Like, just this Halloween scenicness looks really nice. All right. And then, so if you remember the coordinating colors, we had Cajun Craze, Starry Sky, Pumpkin Pie. If you remember. I need to, and they're all more or less, and of course basic black too. So all these are in here. Let me pull out, of course I got colors for everything else. And then I just realized I don't have them out. Cajun Craze. I don't even have them all out. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do Cajun Craze again, which is what I did on the original, which you will see later. I'm just going to grab some black ink, because I've been trying to work through that black ink. And then another component to this card is the Trucking Along bundle, when I find you. Now, Trucking Along, so the paper is featured on the catalog, for the mini catalog. Trucking Along is something that is online exclusive only, and it's super popular and really cool. So I want the truck in this, and I'm going to do the truck outline in black. And then I'm going to use the Cajun Craze for the coloration here. So I'm just going to start with the black, and then go for it. I love this Trucking Along, because like, even though this is kind of sort of projected towards Christmas, it can be literally used for any season really, which I think is cool. Just giving this a quick clean. But yeah, I had, when I saw this, I'm like, I had to get it. I'm like, I have to get this. Alright, so I've got that. And then I'm going to do the wheels, which I've been lately doing them black-ish for part of the tires. Just kind of try to line them up. I didn't quite get it right, but no one's really going to care, because it's still really cool. And then reading a notification. Okay, I have something I have to post on social media tonight that I have until 9:30 to post, and I will show you. This is a bonus about tonight. I want to show you what it is, because I really love it. I might feature it in a later on Thursday video later in the month. I think my paper pumpkin kit will be here next week. So here's Cajun Craze. And I am so looking forward to showing this card tonight, plus the bonus one that I wasn't thinking of doing, but timings led me to. I'm going to show you anyway. So I'm just going to try to line this up. Trying to give it some good pressure. Lift up, and that actually looks, I had to do it twice, but that looks pretty good tonight. I kind of lined up not so great, but it still looks really neat. What I can do is kind of, yeah, it's actually pretty good because I really inked up that stamp really well. Oh, I'm about to drop everything in the room. Alrighty. So clean that stamp. And I'm going to put the stamp away. And then we're going to hole punch that out shortly. And then we're going to fussy cut because I really want not much of the white showing at all. So I'm just kind of packing up some tools. Alright, so the hole punch, which is this guy, just really, really nice. So I'm just going to unlock it and then take my paper. Actually, I'm right-handed, so I gotta go this way. And try to line it up really, really well. Like so. And then we also get a couple extra pieces hole punched out. So we also have the window and the one wheel, which I've been keeping these scraps for the heck of it. And I have a little spot where I put them as I go. Alright, so I'm going to close up the hole punch because the hole punch portion is done. And take some scissors and we're going to fussy, if you can tell, there's a white border around the truck. We're going to fussy cut around that white border. That way it looks even more cool. It doesn't have to be super perfect. I'm finding these stamps, especially in this variation, they're pretty forgiving. Which is good. But yeah, when I saw this, I'm like, I gotta get it. And yes, I am a truck owner, so yes, I had to get the truck. If they ever come out with a Jeep version, I will be beyond excited. And mine is actually gray, the color of my own truck. And yes, I was doing a presentation recently, a week ago. They're like, you need snips. I'm like, yeah, I know. I've actually misplaced mine. I don't even know where they are. I just gotta get some new ones. Alright, so there's my truck. You can kind of see where we're going with this. Alright, so that's that. We'll come back to all that in a short. Now, so if you remember, tonight's theme is Halloween, Trucking Along Bundle, and the third component was tombstones. So tombstones, we're going to pull from this really cool paper. We've got some here. And we're going to fussy cut some tombstones. So I originally did 4, but I'm just going to cut 3 to start and then just kind of work from there. So I just cut 3 off. So again, more fussy cutting. So I'm just going to already get 3 edges. I might just keep the edges for the sake of the partial image could be really useful for future. Alright, so I'm just going to keep that because I'm like, why not? Very little waste, kind of. I don't know, sometimes it's like I get something out of some of it. I've been trying to stay more organized. I gotta bring in my little bin here of garbage and garbage and garbage to try to be a little bit organized. Now with the, I'll have to explain the original version, how I got the tombstones, which is a whole very different way. It wasn't these ones. It was just another path that I had. I had die cut pieces left over from another project, and it was like the perfect shape for tombstones. So I'm like, well, that works. Alright, so there's one. And again, it doesn't even have to be perfect. Just enough to have the general idea that they're a tombstone. I would have liked a different color because I got two of the reds again for the Cajun craze. But I like how all these are different shapes, which can be very useful. Alright, so I got those three. I'll do three for tonight. Put that off to the side. So then, we'll come back to that in a moment. So the idea is the tombstones stacked in the truck kind of thing. I just want to get a visual on here. Actually, let's put it on our backdrop. Get a visual on how these look. And that's with the three. And I feel like we definitely need a fourth. So let's grab a fourth. That's a good little size too, little guy. Maybe we'll do a fifth. I don't know. Just gonna keep that little piece of a tombstone off to the side. Might be useful, might not be. And what's good, I can actually split up the colors a little better. And I have another one. Hey, Jenny. No worries. There's always the replay. I was late as well, so I was having dinner. Alright, so I've got another one. So I'm just going to change up the sequence a little bit. Because that light gray one is pretty small. So kind of sort of like that. I just want the idea of the truck is driving along with a whole bunch of tombstones. So I think I'll just stick with the 4. Alrighty. So now we're going to glue at least those pieces together. I'm going to use glue dots for that. That will be a lot easier, I think. I need take my pick tool. So I'm just going to put 2 glue dots on you to get started. Just getting my pieces figured out here. It's going to pull off the white caps. And then the flip end of this is like a sticky thing. Like a putty type of thing. Hey Donna, how are you? We're doing Halloween meets Trucking Along and Tombstones. And this paper is the Them Bones Halloween new paper. And I'm just taking my time tonight. Alright, so I'm gonna glue the tombstone to the back, kind of sort of the back of the truck. Then I'm gonna glue the gray one next. So there's a sequence. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good actually. I'm having the best day I'm having all week. At the beginning of the video, if you catch the replay later on, I ordered all the new online exclusives paper. So I was showing off some of those. Lots of new Christmas and a couple other niceties. So that was exciting. My little bit of unboxing. And a couple demonstrator only items I picked up that were on sale. So I'm just still working along here with this. Just taking my time tonight. Because I was presenting to a team event last weekend, and I realized I just kind of sped right through it, and I'm like, you know what? No, I need to relax, take my time. I had like a full half-hour session, and even if it went over, they're pretty good about it. But I was still, I don't know, I was rushed. And Buddy is actually being a good boy right now. He was chewing up stuff in the room earlier. So that's coming along slowly. Then one more tombstone. And Jenny said she'll be back. I hope so. Because I think when I'm finished making this card, I have a little topic to mention that explains why I'm doing Halloween cards. Alright, so the last tombstone. Oh, Buddy's being a good boy, actually. I'm surprised. He wasn't so much earlier. He was pretty hyper in the beginning. Alright, so that's that started. Okay, and so more or less, it's gonna go on here. And I still think it needs a Happy Halloween phrase or something. So I'm going to look at some old paper pumpkin stamps, because I'm pretty sure one of these will do. That one's kind of nice. Although I don't know where, I'm trying to remember where did I get the first one? Oh, okay. I see. I'll go with this one from, I forget what year it was. I have like a whole bunch of Halloween stamp sets after all being a subscriber for so long. So I'll just kind of use the edge of that paper. And I'm going to do it in the Cajun Craze ink, because it just kind of suits the color. Then I'll trim the paper very shortly. There, nice little Happy Halloween. I'm getting poked on my watch. notification from upstairs. We have our watches synced up, so when one of us finishes a workout, it notifies the other. So I just got that notification. Alright, I'm going to bring my trimmer in again. Give that a quick cut. And then I might shorten it a little. That way it's not such a big piece of paper. There we go. So that's a really small little tag. Paper trimmer's going off to the side. And then something I've been doing a lot is I kind of like edge the tag with the ink, which works really great when you have the little ink spots. It still works with the bigger ink pads too. Just kind of creates like a little border. I'm doing this a lot lately. There. And then really it's just assembly. The best part. Alright, so I'm going to pull it off to the side. I'm going to use some dimensionals because I've been really big in dimensionals lately. Even though I'm using the minis. Checking to see where Buddy is because he's left like a big cardboard box right beside me over the floor. So I'm just going to put in 4 corners. And I'm going to put seal in the middle. Because it's kind of sometimes my preference, which I enjoy. Once my seal wants to cooperate. Alright, and then pull off the white caps. A trick I found, if you don't have nails, is take the spatula end and just kind of play with the edge, and it helps pull off the white caps. Which I've been doing that a little more often, which makes it a lot easier. Okay, I'm going to bring this back in. Love this paper. I wasn't big on Halloween, but I'm really getting to Halloween this year. So just glue it on and then press in the center. That way it's glued. It just kind of creates a little bit of a bend. I know it's kind of hard to tell, but it just, I like it anyway. And then dimensionals for, trying to think how to position this. Yeah, kind of like that. Okay, so I'll come back to that in a moment. Hey Jenny, you're back. You snuck in there. I wasn't paying attention. So to kind of recap, this is the newer Halloween paper, the Them Bones. And then I'm using the Trucking Along bundle with more of the paper. I cut out the tombstones. I'm just going to grab a little more edging here from the dimensionals. Alright. And now, of course, now I'm back to my nails again. Pulling from the white caps. Alright, so I'm just going to flip this over. Kind of, sort of put it on there. That way it's standing up pretty good. And then we're going to take the Happy Halloween in more dimensionals. Because, hey, why not? And the side that's got Happy, I want to leave a little gap on the side. That way it overlaps a little on top of the one of the tombstones. Is the idea. In case I want to put a glue dot on there, which I might. Yeah. No, it doesn't really need one, but I could always put one. I'm gonna put one anyway. stick a little glue dot on that tombstone once it wants to cooperate, because it's stuck to the spatula in for a moment. Trying to pull that white cap off. And there, that way it just kind of fuses it a little more together. And that is the card. That's done. So that is Trucking Along Bundle meets Halloween meets Tombstones. Now, that's the second version of this, which I think is really cute. The first version, I'll show you in just a moment. I like to pack up the desk slightly, because I think the crafty part's mostly done for the night. And I just realized I used the cheap white paper. I meant to use the thick paper and I forgot. So this is the original version. Is with the other paper, Magic in the Night, from Retired Paper. And I like this one better. I might very well recreate that, or a variation of it too, because that looks really cool. Yeah, I meant to use the thicker paper. But just to kind of show the two versions. So I want you to tell me, which one do you like better? Version A or version B? I think version B looks really good. It's just more or less the same kind of idea, just done differently. These pieces were die cuts leftovers from a totally different project, and I just wrote RIP on them just to kind of give it something. And then I stamped on here some bats and that, so it looks really cool. All right, so that's that. Now, the reason why I'm doing Halloween cards is our team has decided, our Stampin' Up! Team, some of us, especially my upline, she wants to put together a whole bunch of Halloween greeting cards for the kids at Sick Kids Toronto Hospital, because hey, if they can't make it out to Halloween, let's bring them some Halloween. So we're making a whole bunch of cards, or as much as we can really. So my challenge I want to mention to all of you is, if you want to help out, that's great. If you want to make some Halloween cards, let me know, and I can pass it on to my upline, Teresa, because she's the one who's facilitating this event, which I think is really cool. I want to show you, this is a card I made a while back, which I think is really, really neat. I made this one recently, and this one's interesting. This is actually white paper. And this section, I used blending brush with Blackberry Bliss ink and a little bit of black to essentially almost match the paper, which is really cool. So I've made these so far. And if you want to make Halloween cards, feel free to do so, because I think the kids will love it. That way they got something they can do on Halloween, or even before and after Halloween, and still be able to take part in their own way. Now, our Stampin' Up! Team had... so last weekend was a virtual playdate for the team only, and there's a challenge of the team, and because it's now after 8 o'clock, I can show you the card I made for the team challenge using the new paper, the Them Bones, and I actually really love this card, and I need to hurry up and post it, because I have until 9:30 to post it, because someone on the team gets selected to win the $35 Stampin' Up! Prize, and I'm hoping it's me. So this is really cool, and this is based on a sketch challenge. What she did was, she told us all the pieces and measurements. Essentially, she had all these pieces cut with random papers to show representation of what they all look like, and essentially take the pieces with the measurements and make a card out of it, which is a really fun sketch challenge. So yeah, that is my Halloween cards so far this year, which I think are really, really cool. And I'm just gonna do a quick, before I totally forget, I gotta post that picture. And here we go. Oh wow, her version's actually really good. Let me find my picture. I see a bunch of my own selfies. There we go. Yep, so I just posted my image. I will show you, I just posted my picture of that cutie. Anyway, so yeah. No, if you want to help out making Halloween cards, that'd be great. I think it's a really neat initiative. I've never really done Halloween cards too much. And this is, I think, the most I've ever really done. So I think it's cool. And out of curiosity, what's your favorite? A, B, C, D, E. Me? I love E. I love D. This is cool too. This background I did with just blending brushes in multiple colors. This is cool. This one I'm starting to feel mixed about, but they're really cool. Anyway, but yeah, that's it. Thank you, thank you. Any questions, please let me know. If you're interested in the paper, the Halloween paper. Whoops, I'm not gonna more paste. I was working on the project earlier and I forgot about it. So B, D, and E. Yeah, they're really cool. And this paper, Them Bones, 12 by 12. Lots of great possibilities that can be made from here. And even some of these panel pieces, like, can be really cool for making treats, like treat packaging and cards and that. So I'm really like this paper. And I will be using the throwback of Magic in This Night, where here's more creepy papers. I still got lots. So I got lots of Halloween cards, purple spiders. So really cool papers. This is old, but still really cool. But this is definitely new. All right. Bye, everybody.